Yes, good evening to the participants of the JCJ 2022, the main examination, and today is the fourth day of the continuation of the CPC Board's Eye View. And in my last class, I think that I dealt the object, the purpose of the recognition of the foreign judgment. So, participants, anyone can unmute and read that what I posted on the screen? Anyone can unmute and read that what I posted on the screen. Okay, there is a problem, I believe. Yes, what I posted on the screen is enforcement of foreign judgment in India. That is that which I posted on the screen. Now let us go to our chapter where you, yes, because I put the asterisk mark here, the object of recognizing the foreign judgment that we are discussing it. The purpose of making the recognition of the foreign judgment is to save the time and there would not be any repetition and the facts are the same. At that instance, we can directly use the judgment as it is in India, even though the judgment is given in the foreign country. So let us see that what it says. The judgment of the foreign country is enforced on the principle that where a foreign court of the competent jurisdiction, the point is competent jurisdiction, means that court having such a jurisdiction where it is a final for that extent or to that extent. So, competent jurisdiction has adjudicated upon a claim, a legal obligation arises to satisfy that the claim in the country where the judgment needed to be enforced. Where the judgment will be enforced, that is a very important factor. At that instant, the judgment given in the foreign country should be the final, and that is the competent court. For instance, in India, the final judgment is Supreme Court of India judgment. But when you say in Tanzania, that the Court of Appeal is the final judgment, that is the equivalent to the Supreme Court of India. So that is the Court of Appeal of Tanzania is the final court, means apex court. So that judgment is final, and that judgment could be applied in India at that instance. Something is there. The rules of the private international law of each state differ in many respects, but by the Committee of the Nations, certain rules are recognized as a common to civilized jurisdiction. But when you say the general principle of contract is concerned, it is wherever you go in the world, the general principles are the same. There will be the two parties, there is the offer and acceptance, consideration, and so on and so forth would be there. Wherever you go, the same thing would be there. For instance, the jurisprudence also is a cross boundary. Yeah, Velpala Sidhu, you are welcome. So certain courses are cross boundary. Can you tell me what is cross boundary courses? Unmute and give me the answer. Velpula Sidhu, are you present?
Sir.
Yes. Could you tell me that what are the courses which are transboundary in nature?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. I will give you. Transboundary in the nature in the sense, if you study, like 2 into 2 is 4, mathematics. Am I right? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The 2 into 2 is 4. Either you say in India also the same, either you say in Japan also the same, either you say in China or United States of America. But certain courses are not transboundary in nature. For instance, you take the law. Law is a law of India. We study. But certain courses are transboundary in nature, like jurisprudence. Jurisprudence, whether you study in India, whether you study in America, whether you study in Australia, it is the same jurisprudence that you study it. Like Stallman theory, Austin theory, Max Weber theory, Freud theory, and so on and so forth. Kalen Hart theory. These are all the different courses where you can study it in the cross-boundary courses. Like private international law, it's a cross-boundary courses. Public international law, it's a cross-boundary course. But the land law, is not a cross-boundary because land law of India is different and certain principles are the same, but the different in nature in the other country. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So, but when you say the common law country, The courses are the same. Nothing change would be there because same English law would be applied over there with a slight modification to the present situation. So wherever the civilized jurisdiction would be there, and the comity theory says, I respect your judgment, you respect my judgment. Means the country, for instance, let me take it because I'm working in the Tanzania. If the Tanzania court has given any decision and by the committee, the Indian court will follow the same. Suppose the Indian court follow the same of the Tanzania decisions, then the Tanzania also should follow the, yes, follow the
Sir.
decision of judgment of India. That is reciprocal in nature. That is called committee theory. There is a theories are there. I give respect to you, and in the similarly you give the respect to us. Is it or not? Say yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. So though part of the judicial system
Sir.
of, yes, anything you want to say?
Sir, yes, sir.
Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed? Say yes.
Proceed, sir.
Okay,
Proceed,
okay,
sir.
okay. Because I'm getting the sound of your children there. Okay. Through part of the judicial system of each state, these common rules have been adapted to adjudicate upon the dispute involving the foreign element and no enforced judgment of the foreign courts as a result of the international conventions. So, this especially we will study the private international law. Did you study the private international law?
I studied, sir.
Can you tell me at least one author who wrote the private international law? Sir, I studied
Don't.
Gade Viraya, sir, Padma series, sir.
Only
Sir,
classes, sir.
eh?
I studied only class, sir.
Where did you study the LLB?
From 10 to 13, sir.
I mean, which college?
10 Ambedkar College, Tirupati, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, no matter. Let us see that. So, in the private international law, especially, one party from one country and another party from another country, sovereign country. At that instance, when the dispute comes over there, they will use the other country judgment as it is in another country because comedy principles, because general principles are the same. So that is a, and there would be a bilateral relation, multilateral relations, and if you are a party to a particular convention, at the time you will bind by that convention. That is the rule is there. So such a recognition is accorded not on an act of the courtesy. It is not act of courtesy, but on a consideration of the basic principle of justice, equity, and good conscience. It's the basic principle of justice and equity and good conscience would be there, and based on that thing, the judgment of the other country will be executed in this country. When the judgment of this country will be also executed in other country because of consideration of basic principle of justice, equity, and good conscience. What are the three?
Judicial.
Principles of justice, equity, and good conscience. If I come to your house and you offer me a tea, if you come to my house, what should I offer?
Offer to coffee, sir.
Yes? Repeat. Repeat.
Answer to coffee, sir. And dinner.
Okay. I will give the answer. I will give the answer. Don't worry. If I come to your house, if you offer the tea, and first you ask, do you like tea or coffee? And we will give the or milk, or Horlicks, or Bornvita. Are you following me? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Milk.
At that instance, if you come to my house also, at least the same tea also I should have to serve. But if I give the water, how it looks? Of course, water will be definitely will be given before the sipping the tea. So here the committee in the sense, I give the respect to your country judgment, and you also give the respect, same respect to our country judgment. That is the called committee theory. An awareness of the foreign law in the parallel jurisdiction would be useful guidelines in determining our nations of the justice and public policy. But when you use it, the other country law in our country, other country judgment in our country, when our laws are not in contradiction, our public policy will not be there. Contradiction in the public policy, foreign judgment cannot be conclusive judgment. If it is contravention with the existing law, foreign judgment will not be conclusive judgment. We studied in the earlier classes. So we are a sovereign nation within our territory, but it is not a derogation of the sovereignty to take the account of the foreign law. India is a sovereign country, is it? Say yes or no.
Is yes, sir.
And what is? Can you tell me another sovereign country name? Can you tell me another sovereign country name?
Japan, America.
You can take any, even Nepal. Bhutan.
Nepal, sir.
Are you following me? Say
Follow, sir.
yes. So it is a sovereign country, but each laws are different. At that instance, they say every country is a sovereign country, but still, if you give such a chance of the foreign judgment to apply in India, it doesn't mean that we are losing our sovereignty. Is it clear? Yes. At least say yes, so that I could
Yes,
know
sir.
that you are with me and I am with you. Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear? Okay,
Clear,
now
sir.
let us go further. We are not provincial as to say that every solution of the problem is wrong because we deal with it otherwise at home. Therefore, we shall not brush aside foreign judicial process unless doing so would violate some fundamental principle of justice, deep-rooted traditions, and common weal. So here, why do you have a good foreign relationship with the other country? Tell me. Yes.
Sir,
Why do we have a good relations with the other country? Why India should have a good relations with the other country? If you know, you tell me. If you don't know, you say pass on.
pass on, sir.
A country will not develop itself without the cooperation and relations with the other country. Because something you will get here and which are in excess, you will export to the other country. And the other country, something would be there and they will export to our country. And hence, a trade relations are there. And that is the reason we have a good relations with our neighbor country and the countries in the world. Is it clear?
Clear.
Suppose in your own house, if you don't have the good relations with your neighbor, then the life becomes hell. Because when you open the door, your neighbor would be seen. Have a good relations with your neighbor. In the same manner, have a good relations with the neighbor country, so that you will have the trade relations, migration, even the citizenship, and you can keep the world wide because of the globalization and liberalization. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Toyota. Do you know what is Toyota?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know Toyota. Toyota is a brand name of a car, a company.
I
A company which produces, it's a Japan company. It is a Japan company, Toyota. But we will still see Toyota cars, Innova in India, because we invited them to make the production here.
Toyota,
Company, yes,
sir.
speak.
India Innova Toyota, I know, sir.
నేను అడిగాను ఏంటి టొయోటా అంటే తెలుసా అని అడిగాను. మీరేమన్నారు తెలియదు సార్ అన్నారు. ఇజ్ ఇట్?
Innova, is it?
Why the Japan company comes over here, bring their machinery and assembled here and sell? Because there is an agreement between the Indian government and the Japan government, and it is a business deal, and a good relation should be there. And with that, we can give a respect to the decision of that country, and they also give the respect to the decision of our country to maintain the good relations with one country to another country. మీరు కొత్త బట్టలు వేసుకున్నారండి, కొత్త బట్టలు వేసుకొని ఇంట్లోనే తిరుగుతాండ్రు, ఆనందం ఉంటుందా అండి?
సార్ బయటకు పోతేనే సార్.
ఎందుకట్లా? వై?
బయటలు చూసి
That
మెచ్చుకున్నప్పుడే
is
మనకు
the
ఆనందం.
reason. Because you want to enjoy the world, at least go to the other world, other country. అండ్ లైఫ్ ఇస్, సార్ నేను నా దగ్గర పైసలు లేవు సార్, మేము బీదోళ్ళం సార్. ఓకే, యు ఆర్ బార్న్ ఇన్ ద పూర్ ఫ్యామిలీ, ఓకే, ఐ డూ అడ్మిట్ ఇట్. బట్ యూ కెన్ చేంజ్ యువర్ ఫ్యామిలీ. వెన్ యూ డై, కెన్ యూ డై యాజ్ ఎ పూర్ మ్యాన్? సార్ మై ఫాదర్ ఆల్సో డైడ్, సో ఐ వాంట్ టు ఆల్సో డై ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే. బిల్ క్లింటన్ తెలుసా అండి?
బిల్ అమెరికా అధ్యక్షుడు సార్.
ఎవరండి?
అమెరికా అధ్యక్షుడు సార్.
బిల్ క్లింటనా? ఓకే. బిల్ గేట్స్?
బిల్ గేట్స్ ఆల్సో అమెరికా ప్రెసిడెంటే సార్.
లేదు లేదు లేదు, మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఫౌండర్. బిల్ గేట్స్ ఈజ్ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఫౌండర్. అప్పుడప్పుడు కొంచెం జనరల్ నాలెడ్జ్ కూడా తెలుసుకోవాలి సార్. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు చూపెడతాను ఆగండి మీకు. బిల్ గేట్స్ ఫేమస్ కొటేషన్ ఉన్నది ఒకటి, ఏది ఇప్పుడు చూపెడతాను మీకు. ఇఫ్ యు బార్న్ ఇన్ ద పూర్ ఫ్యామిలీ, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ యువర్ మిస్టేక్, బట్ if you die as a poor, it is your mistake. Images చూపెడతాను చూడండి ఇప్పుడు మీకు. కనబడదా అండి ఇప్పుడు మీకు? కనబడుతుందా అండి?
కనపడు
You will see,
సార్.
you will see it now. ఇక్కడ కర్సర్ కనబడ్డదండి మీకు? కర్సర్ తిప్పుతున్నా చూడండి నేను. కనబడ్డదా లేదా?
వస్తున్నా సార్.
చదవండి, ఏమున్నది అక్కడ రాసి. ఇక్కడ రాసి ఏమున్నది చదవండి.
If you are born poor is not your mistake, but if you die poor is your mistake.
ఎవరు చెప్పారు ఇది?
Bill Gates, sir.
బిల్ గేట్స్. ఈ ఈ- 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 ఈ మనిషే బిల్ గేట్స్. మరి ఏం చదివిండండి? హీ ఈజ్ డ్రాప్ అవుట్, స్కూల్ డ్రాప్ అవుట్. ఓకే.
Okay, sir.
సో that is the reason we should have a good relations with the other country. Then all our country will be grown and they will be on the world map. Is it clear? Say yes.
Clear, sir.
Okay. Jurisdiction of a foreign court. Howsy, are you present?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But why you are silent? Can you tell me what is the Bill Gates quotation which I have shown just now? Yes? Can you repeat the quotation which I have shown just now?
Yes, sir.
What yes sir, yes sir, say.
You want not your mistake.
Okay, your voice is breaking. Doesn't matter. Yes, anyway, you got it. So, jurisdiction of the foreign court. Okay, mute. Everybody mute it. Yeah, jurisdiction of the foreign court. If in private international law, unless a foreign court has a jurisdiction in the international sense, I said mute. Also, you did not mute it. I am getting the sound. Both of you, when you speak, you unmute it. When you don't speak, and you mute it. Otherwise, if your children speaks also, if anybody speaks also, I could hear. Okay, now let us come to our point. In the private international law, unless a foreign court has a jurisdiction in the international sense, a judgment delivered by the court would not be recognized in India. But it considers only the territorial competence of the court over the subject matter and defendant. Its competence or jurisdiction in any other sense is not regarded as a material by the court of this country. Why we should have obey the judgment of the other country? The reason is, if you want to develop yourself in the world, keep a good relation with them. When the other country judgment is not contravention with our country, at that time we can use the country judgment, and that can be executed here. Who is the person who took the loan from IDBI, crores of the loan, and absconded from India? He's a big business tycoon. If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on.
Pass on, sir.
Gausia,
Vijay Malia, sir.
why you are taking so much time? Sir, I am searching in the smartphone to know who is the business tycoon and who has absconded from our country and going to and going. Where he took the shelter? Asylum. Sir, in China.
Foreign
No, your voice is breaking. I don't
Sir,
know
I don't
why.
know the
You did not sit in a good place. Now he is taking the asylum in the UK. Okay, now the question comes over there. Here the crores of the rupees would be there. At that instance, a good relation with the one country to another country, then naturally the great tycoon should be sent back to the India. But anyway, that is a different issue where the political affairs are concerned. But our business deal is concerned. Definitely a breach of a contract is happened when a party is from other country and the judgment is given, and that can be used here as for the judgment debtor. Means decree holder. A decree holder is from, say, about Tanzania, and a defaulter is India, or vice versa. A decree holder is India, and the judgment debtor is in Tanzania. Then the judgment of the Indian court will be taken as it is in Tanzania to implement it. Because judgment holder from the different country. Is it clear? If you have doubt, give the answer. Sir, we did not understand.
No doubt, sir.
See, unless you give the response, I cannot move. I use the 3 words. Can you tell me, Gausya, could you tell me? I use the 3 words. What are the 3 words? 3 sentences. My tongue is tied. My hands are handcuffed. My legs are fettered. FETTERED. అంటే దగ్గర గుంజి తాడుతోని కట్టడం అన్నట్టు. Can he walk? When you tie the legs with a small rope, could you walk with a good pace? Answer is no. దొంగ బర్రెని ఏం చేస్తారండి తెలుసా అండి? ప్లీజ్ స్పీక్. మెడలో ఏం వేస్తారండి? ఒక టింబర్ వేస్తారు, కాళ్ళకు తగులుతా ఉంటుంది, అది ఉరకలేదు అది. ఇజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? దాన్ని ఏమంటారండి తెలుగులో? ఏమంటారు దాంట్లో? ఈవెన్ ఐ మై సెల్ఫ్ ఆల్సో ఫర్గెటెన్ తెలుగు. వాట్ యు సే?
గుదిబండ.
Yes. Okay. Because it could not run fast. In the same manner, even asses, donkeys, they tie the front leg and back leg with a rope so that it will not run. So that is the thing happen. Okay, now listen to me. Mute. Now you mute. Presumption as to foreign judgment. Section 14 states that the presumption that an Indian court takes when a document supposing to be certified copy of the foreign judgment is presented before it, the Indian courts presume that the foreign court of the competent jurisdiction pronounce the judgment unless the contrary appears on the record, but providing want of jurisdiction may overrule such a presumption. So here the presumption, how we could take it, means presumption we can take it through foreign embassy. From the foreign embassy, the judgment will come and they will endorse it and send to a particular state high court. High court will send to a particular district court where the person is staying, and an action would be taken against him. Suppose the other country is a decree holder and the debtor from India, and that to be from Khammam or Tirupati, then it will be sent to the Tirupati district court. From the Tirupati high court, where is the Tirupati high court would be there?
No, sir.
Oh, you are breaking voice. You load where the
అమరావతి సార్.
Amravati.
అవును సార్.
So the foreign embassy will send to the high court of the Amravati. From the high court of Amravati, they will send to the district court of the Tirupati. From Tirupati, where the judgment debtor is there, from whatever the his assets are there or bank balance are there, that will be executed over there and the amount will be sent to the foreign country. Even though the judgment is given in the foreign country, that would be executed in India because judgment debtor from India.
India,
Tirupati. Is it clear?
sir.
సార్
Yes, sir.
మీరు ఫారెన్ పోయినరు, ఓకే పోయినరు. మీరు గవర్నమెంట్ పెన్షన్ హోల్డర్, ఓకే గవర్నమెంట్ పెన్షన్ హోల్డర్. అయితే ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఆన్లైన్లో తీసుకెళ్ళలేదు మీరు. మీరు బతుకున్న సర్టిఫికేట్ అక్కడ చూపెట్టాలి ట్రెజరీలో. ఏమని? నేను బతుకున్నా అని చూపెట్టాలి అక్కడ. ఫ్రమ్ ఫారెన్ కంట్రీ యూ కెనాట్ కమ్ టు ద ఇండియా అండ్ షో దట్ యు ఆర్ అలైవ్. వాట్ యు హావ్ టు డూ ఈస్, సార్ నేను మా ఊరు వదిలిపెట్టి ఎక్కడ పోలేదు సార్, నాకు తెలియదు. చెప్పండి. సే ప్లీజ్ సే. ఐ డోంట్ అన్నా చెప్పండి కనీసం.
I don't know, sir.
మరి అదే ఆ మాట కూడా ఎందుకు చెప్తలేరు? Did you left India any time? Gone to the foreign country? Say yes or no.
Sir.
ఎస్ ఆర్ నో అని చెప్పండి సార్. ఇది ఎందుకు చెప్తానంటే నేను చెప్తా ఇప్పుడు. If you want to go to the foreign country and if you are a government employee and you want to send to the treasury that you are alive, what you have to do? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, say pass on.
Pass on, sir. Pass on.
What we have to do in the other country, there is definitely a high commissioner would be there or ambassador would be there or any person. వీళ్ళందరినీ నామినిక్లేచర్ వేరే ఉంటుంది అంతే. హై కమిషనర్ అన్న a person who representing India over there and he will issue the visas. So if you go to the Indian high commissioner in that country, foreign country, and say, sir, I am the government employee, I have the so and so, please issue a certificate stating that I am alive. So that person will, on his letterhead, he will say, so and so person is alive and he came to my office, hence I am endorsed this certificate. If that certificate will be shown to your treasury, it is enough. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Even marriages also. Suppose if you married in the foreign country, sir, I never go marry in the foreign country, sir. I will marry only in the Andhra Pradesh. Okay, you marry Andhra Pradesh. I don't mind it. I say suppose if you go to the foreign country, if you want to get married, you can go to the Indian High Commissioner and you say that, sir, we married together. These are the photos and so and so. And if you give the proof to them and he will endorse it and he will issue a marriage certificate. And that certificate is a valid, you can show in the court of law and the court of law will endorse it based on his signature. That is the one I want to show you. Okay? Okay. Section 14, presumption as to foreign judgment. The court presume upon the production of any document purporting to be a certified copy of the foreign judgment. Certified copy kavaladi. Then such a judgment was pronounced by the court to competent jurisdiction. I told you already the competent jurisdiction. District court ichina judgment the competent jurisdiction kaadu because there is an appeal. High court. Still from High Court appeal where to go? Supreme Court. And that is the final. So it is a jurisdiction unless the contrary appears to the record, but such a presumption may be displaced and proving for the want of jurisdiction. So any jurisdiction, when it comes over there, naturally the jurisdiction will be clearly mentioned in the contract, if it is an international contract. Okay, conclusive foreign judgment, we studied it. Again, we are making, when we say the conclusive judgment, Section 13 laid down the fundamental rules which should not be violated by any foreign court in passing the decree or judgment. The decree of judgment, foreign court will be conclusive except where it comes under the clause 1 to F of Section 13. Gausia, you tell me, what are the A to F clauses where it shows except A to F, other judgments are conclusive judgment? Yes, tell me at least one or two or three factors.
When it is not by competent court,
Number one. Number two.
when it is obtained by fraud,
Number three.
when it is against to the law of India.
Number four.
That much I remember.
Yes, when it is not a fair natural justice. So, and public policy. So, this is enumerated from A to F. Except that exception, all the judgments are conclusive judgments. Okay, when a foreign judgment is not conclusive, when it is not conclusive, a foreign judge shall be conclusive as to any matter thereby directly adjudicated upon between the same parties or between the parties under whom they are, any of them claim litigating under the same title, except, again, the same ABCD read. Tadivaka, read. Only 5 minutes
Sir,
are
sir,
left. Read.
sir.
What I highlighted, read.
Sir. Pass on, sir. Pass on, sir.
I think something wrong with your Wi-Fi or mobile data. How say I read?
Where it has not been pronounced by a court of competent jurisdiction.
Yes, that is number one. Number two.
Where it has not been given on merits of the case.
Yes, number three.
Where it appears on the face of the proceedings to be, where it appears on the face of proceedings to be founded on an incorrect view of international law or a refusal to recognize the law of India in case
Yeah, when it is found it is
in which
incorrect,
law is
then
applicable.
it cannot
Where
be
the
used over
judge
there.
was opposed to
Again, the
natural
D is
justice.
okay because I am getting the breaking sound. Okay, let me read it. So number D is where the proceedings in which the judgment was obtained are opposed to natural justice. That is also not a conclusive. And where it has obtained by the fraud, even by the fraud. And the last one is where it sustains a claim founded on a breach of any law, means any existing law in the force in the India. So these are the 6 items A, B, C, D, E, F. Total, on these grounds, it is not a conclusive judgment.
True.
So that is the thing. At any time it will stop it. Please read the foreign judgment. There may be a very beautiful topic it is there. Foreign judgment, when cannot be enforced in India, it cannot be enforced because the exceptions are given over there. If the 6 are present over there, it cannot be enforced because it is against the public policy, it is against the existing law, it is not based on merit, it is not based on natural justice, it is not given by the competent court. Is it not? And it is obtained by fraud. So these are all the grounds where we can say it is not a conclusive judgment. Under which section? Under which section?
Section 13 of CPC, sir.
Yes, that is the point. Anytime it will stop now. So foreign judgment not by a competent court. And
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा। जय हिंद।
जय हिंद।